The story begins with Father Damaso, Father Sibila, Lieutenant Guevara, and a civilian at one table. Lieutenant Guevara and Father Damaso had an argument.
When the cura broke the corpse of a heretic to be deported, even the king had no right to intervene.
The Captain General is the king representative. You got what you said, but also tomorrow, I'm going to tell it to the General.
That's enough! Calm down!
Captain Tiago and a young man named Don Crisostomo Ibarra entered the room and announced Ibarra to the crowd. So the entire room went silent except for several cries of surprise or confusion.
It's my village priest, Padre Damaso, a close friend of my father.
You're right, but your father was never a close friend of mine.
Young man, are you the son of Don Rafael Ibarra?
Yes!
Don Ibarra! I am a good friend of Captain Tiago and I know your father, Don Rafael Ibarra. How about we have lunch tomorrow? I would love to welcome you in our home.
As much as I want to, but I really need to go to San Diego, so maybe next time.
Okay, sure, no worries.
In this chapter, Crisostomo shared his observation of all the countries he's been to, eager to share the discoveries he made through his travels.
What can you say about the countries you have been to, Ibarra?
It is easier for a country to succeed if it is independent. However, if it is not and is being conquered, it will fail and will be poor. It is also important to study, especially the history of every country.
My God, even a child could learn all that, Ibarra. It is just a waste of money. Is that only what you have been doing these years? Everything you said is all bad. You should have not studied.
Ibarra can't help but notice that nothing has changed in Manila despite being away for 7 years.
It's been a while, Ibarra. How was your journey? Have you heard about the incident of your father?
Teniente Guevara, it's been a long and successful trip. I regret to inform you that I know nothing about my father.
After stepping in to stop the inhumane treatment of Spanish tax collector, your father unintentionally killed him.
So what happened to my father?
Father Damaso labeled him a heretic. I tried to save your father in jail, and eventually I succeeded, but it's too late for he's already gone.
Ibarra's arrival in Manila, his inner turmoil over his father's death, and a glimpse of Maria Clara's anticipation before their first meeting in years.
Are you new to Manila, senor?
Yes, I am. Though I was born in the Philippines, but I've spent most of my life abroad.
It's different here. Be careful, young man.
Thanks for the warning.
Maria Clara was born. Padre Damaso became her godfather while Crisostomo Ibarra became a childhood friend of Maria Clara. Capitan Tiago and Don Rafael agreed that their children, Maria Clara and Crisostomo Ibarra, will one day marry each other.
Don Rafael, do you notice our children? They seem to like each other.
I also believe that their love is pure. Do you want to betroth our children?
No problem, my friend. We will marry them when time is right.
Ibarra and Maria Clara reunited for the first time in 7 years, and as he reminisced about their moments together and read his only letter to Maria, he suddenly remembered his father.
Maria! Ibarra! It's good to see you again, Ibarra. I still have your letter from 7 years ago. Let me read it to you. What's the matter?
What's bothering you?
I almost forgot my duties because of you. I really need to go back to my hometown. I need to see and take care of my father's remainings.
Well then, I can't make you stay any longer. In a few days, we will see each other again. Take care, my love.
Upon roaming around San Diego, Ibarra recognized the unchanged conditions in the country since he left 7 years ago. While roaming around, he passed through the Arroceros Cigar Factory, Botanical Garden, and Bagong Bayan, bringing back the memories he experienced in those places. Maria Clara were confronted by Father Damaso over Maria's plans to visit Ibarra, leading to tension between Damaso and Captain Tiago.
Please, please, Father.
Okay, you may go.
Thank you, Father. Where are you going?
Oh, we're going to Beateria to get my belongings and to meet Ibarra.
I won't allow Maria to be with Ibarra. Ibarra is my enemy.
You don't have the right to interfere.
As her second parent, I have the right to decide for her.
San Diego is a town on the shore of the lake and farmlands that are their main source of income. In the old days, it was said that there was an old Spaniard that bought the forest with money, jewelry, and clothes. After a few days, they found the old man's body hanging from the tree, and because of that, the people in San Diego threw all things they got from that old man. A few months after the old man died, a Spanish mestizo arrived in San Diego.
Who are you, young man? What are you doing here?
I am the son of the old man who passed away. His name was Don Saturnino and he married someone from Manila. He is hardworking, but he is a bit cruel. That's why people feared him.
Thank you very much, Don Rafael. If it wasn't for your help, our harvest and income would not increase.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't mention it. For the people of San Diego, I'm ready to help.
While Maria Clara and her friends were walking out, they met a leper or ketongin and was moved by compassion. So she gave her locket to him.
Oh, did you know? Ibarra gave me a love letter. What is inside the letter? There's a leopard. Should we help her?
No, Maria.
She's dirty. But I think it's okay to help her. No, please, here. Please take this small token from me. I hope it helps you well with your journey.
Oh, thank you, young lady. May the merciful God bless you.
Captain Tiago's fear of being excommunicated, just like what happened to Ibarra, he decided to make an arrangement with Padre Damaso in calling off the engagement of Maria Clara with Crisostomo Ibarra.
Don't cry, my child. I'm sad when you're sad. You have to be strong. We cannot go against them. But I have a good news. The cousin of Padre Damaso is coming here. He's from Spain, and he is the one for you.
Virgin Mary, how am I gonna forget the man of my life? How am I gonna forget those days when we were together?
Elias goes to Capitan Pablo, the leader of some bandits. Elias asks Captain Pablo to stop committing violent acts against the government and tells Captain Pablo that they have Ibarra who will help them obtain the justice that they want.
I was not born to be a father, so I have them not. Curses upon me that I had no learn with my years to know the condition under which I live. But in the fire and the blood by my own dead, I will avenge them.
Look, Pablo, I respect your sorrow and I understand your desire for revenge, but yet from fear to injuring the innocent, I prefer to forget my misfortunes.
You can forget because you are young, and you did not lose a son. But I assure you, I shall injure no innocent one.
I am very sorry for your loss, Pablo, but look, What if she succeed and they go after those innocent people who as usual get accused? Besides, we have Ibarra. He can help us obtain justice.
At a cockpit arena, Lucas approached Bruno and his brother Tercilo to join them in attacking the barracks. Lucas also said that by joining the said attack that was organized by Ibarra, they will also get revenge on the Guardia Civil who killed their father.
Hello, Tercilo. Do you want to join us?
How much will you need us?
At the end of the novel, Maria entered a ministry to be a nun. One day, Spanish guards saw her standing on top of the convent roof one stormy evening, hoping to be hit by lightning.
A ghost! That's not a ghost! That is the lady who looks like Virgin Mary, and her name is Maria Clara.
Oh my God! Please, I beg you to take me to your place where I can be heard anymore. I don't want to feel this. My life no longer makes sense. No, Father. Please.
Alrighty, online viewers, so before we proceed with the discussion of week 2 from Noli Me Tangere, let us have first a short activity titled Guess Who? For this activity, we will be flashing some videos of the key characters from week 1. So what you're going to do is to guess who is the particular character being flashed on your screen. Now your answers must be written on a piece of paper that will be submitted on my messenger account. Your answers are expected to be submitted on Monday, May 27, 2024 at 6 p.m. Again, your answers must be submitted or must be sent on my messenger account until Monday, May 27, 2024 at 6 p.m. Are you ready to play the game? If so, let us proceed. Alrighty, so for the first character, let's have... For the second one, let's have... For the third character, let's have... For the fourth character, let's have... For the last character, guess who is the character?
Let us now talk about the overall summary. In the story, Crisostomo Ibarra returns to his homeland after studying in Europe, wanting to make positive changes for his people. However, he encounters resistance from the powerful church leaders and the oppressive Spanish authorities. The novel illustrates the difficulties and obstacles he faces in trying to bring about meaningful reforms, suggesting that the existing systems of power make it incredibly challenging, if not impossible, to achieve a significant change. Crisostomo Ibarra returns home to the Philippines after studying abroad to pursue his dreams. However, he faces conflicts with the Spanish friars who hold power in the country. Additionally, he experiences betrayal from his love interest and is wrongly accused of betraying his own country. This shows how his journey is filled with challenges and setbacks as he tries to make a difference in his homeland. This shows that the friars who hold power in the Philippines oppose Ibarra's efforts to educate the local people, known as Indios. They create problems for him, leading to his persecution. This illustrates the obstacles faced by those who try to bring education and empowerment to marginalized communities in the face of opposition from those in authority. Maria Clara's family history is manipulated to pressure her into betraying her love, Ibarra. False accusations are made against Ibarra, leading to him being labeled as a traitor. It teaches us how personal problems and lies can ruin relationships and reputations for hidden reasons. Ibarra gets out of jail with the help of his friend Elias, and he decided to leave the country. Meanwhile, Maria Clara chose to become a nun, but she faced a terrible experience when Father Salvi assaulted her. This illustrates how people can face injustices and difficult choices, even when trying to do what is right. This shows that Ibarra is forced to live and separate from Maria Clara because of the circumstances. Maria Clara learns the truth about her father, which likely affects her deeply. Additionally, there is a growing movement among the people to oppose and challenge the rule of the Spanish government, indicating a shift towards rebellion and resistance. The novel teaches us the importance of fighting for justice, freedom, and love for one's country, no matter what challenges we face. It also reminds us to learn from history's mistakes and strive to create a better future.
Hi, I am Jamaica BORGONIA to explain the significance of Noli Me Tangere. The novel, written by our national hero, entitled Noli Me Tangere, provides several significance in today's society. It ignites the hearts and minds of Filipinos to be brave and smart, to be free from our colonizers. This molded the Filipinos to be nationalistic and patriotic. It also taught Filipino to be brave and not just someone who follow everything even if it's already wrong. Not bowing to our abusers and corrupt officials is something that this novel wants to achieve. It also taught Filipinos to lend a hand to one another because together we are stronger. The importance of education is also shown as relevant and one of the main knowledge you can gain from this novel.
Okay, now you know the importance or significance of the novel. Let us now relate it to the current society that we have today. So the novel is written in the 19th century, right? Now, we are going to relate it to our current society or today's society, which is the 21st century. So why do you think it is important for youths like us, or most especially for Filipino youths like us, to study or learn about the two famous novel of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal? Now, I will elaborate it in the following slides. Jose Rizal's Noli Me Tangere tells us that we should reflect on our actions and beliefs of our country. The theme of the novel is to promote nationalism and to accept change in ourselves is still applied to us today. This means that the novel itself reflects our actions as Filipino people and our belief or cultures as a society. So first, it reflects our actions in a way that it portrays the characteristics of the Filipino people during the 19th century. And now, in the 21st century, it teaches us how the people were suppressed during that time, and it also teaches us to fight for our own freedom, for our rights as Filipino people, in order for us to be or to avoid being suppressed by a particular government. So during that time, the Spanish government suppresses the people of the Philippines. Therefore, they are limited, or they have limited rights to speak for their own will, or to speak for their own using their own voice, and to choose based on their own will. The novel also reflects our culture as Filipinos because it describes or vividly describes how the Filipino people lived during that time. So during the Spanish colonial period, we have or we acquired our religion as Roman Catholics or Catholics. So up until now, up until the 21st century, we still have our religion, or the Catholic religion still exists up until today. Aside from nationalism, it also teaches us patriotism. So meaning to say, we have to support and always choose our own products or our own country, no matter what happened. So you do this by respecting the law, promoting Philippine culture, and realizing the true goal of our country, which is to help together. Philippines is actually known for being hospitable and for being helpful to other people. Therefore, the novel itself is reflecting our culture or our attitudes as Filipino people. We help other people even though we are also struggling. Noli Me Tangere teaches us 4 lessons in our life. First is nationalism, or love or sacrificial love for our country. Patriotism, to always support and to always accept our own. Next is morality, the basis of what is good or what is bad. And of course, wisdom. This novel also teaches us how to be versatile or how to be flexible when it comes to changes in our life. So it teaches us how to face particular problems or struggles that comes on our way in order for us to conform or to compromise to a particular place. Jose Rizal is also encouraging the youth today to be a catalyst for change that we can do in the smallest ways that we have, or that's the smallest medium that we can have in order for us to be a catalyst for change. So, in his own way, he used his pen and paper in order to be or to contribute to the society or the country's development, which has influenced a lot of people during his time. And just like what Jose Rizal did, he believes that there is still hope for the youth today, that we can still change the world with our own hands. From the 4 values that the novel teaches us, Jose Rizal also wants us to know the truth behind being a true Filipino. And to be a true Filipino, you have to know who you are and what is your true goals for the country or how to make the country flourish. Alrighty, so Consummatum Est, or in English translation, it is finished. Just like our video presentation for week 1 and week number 2, it has come to an end. So I hope, or we hope, that you had fun watching this video presentation, as it was fun and fruitful for us as well. And now that we are down to the last part of this lesson, we thank you for staying tuned, and if you have questions and clarification with regards to the information that we had in this presentation, you may comment it or you may send us a personal message.